Hey, it's Troy here. Today I have a plan to do the Outsiders filming locations, but I'm currently driving sections of Route 66, and so I'm starting my day here in Galena, Kansas. And Galena, Kansas was a lot of the parts of Galena, Kansas were the inspiration for the scenery in cars, and Tow Mater. Tow Mater is right here. So these are apparently the animators when they were planning Cars, the movie, drove sections of Route 66 to get inspiration. Came across this what they call it a tow truck, but it's actually sort of an oil rig truck in Galena, Kansas, and that inspired Tow Mater. So then that is what Tow Mater became, a tow truck, but very similar to what was the inspiration. So this town here has embraced it, and some of the locations here inspired different things. We have Luigis pit stop down the street that cars on the route. Unfortunately, I'm here too early. They're not open yet, so I don't know what's inside. But this town really embraces the Cars lore. Here I am at Luigis pit stop. This area was really embraces being the inspiration for the movie Cars. We got a Lightning McQueen back here. This is Galena, Kansas. And this is Luigis pit stop. They've also got a drive-through photo op there. I made sure to get a photo of my car going through there. And a Centennial archway that they've added. Some nice murals in here. I like that the dad has a cigarette and the kid and the dog hanging there. All the kids are hanging their heads out the window. That doesn't seem safe. And here's this archway, or Centennial Arch. And here by this drive-through photo op in Galena, Kansas, Route 66, right across the street from Luigis pit stop. Said this roadside attraction sign there said that they created all of these photo ops in 2014 in order to promote, I guess, tourism through here. It's not much of a town here though, so here we are at the Blue Whale of Catoosa. attraction that was just recently reopened. It's got the visitor center up there that I'm going to go to here in just a second, but here is the Blue Whale. You can go out there. Looks like maybe at one point you could jump off and swim, but I don't think that is an option now. So here is the visitor center, and it's got the history on the side of the Blue Whale of Catoosa, which is right down there. So it's a pretty popular place. There's a lot of cars here. Zelda Davis. Let's just stop somewhere else. Hugh Davis built the Blue Whale because at the beginning of this was a nature park called Nature Acres. Nature Acres was a stop on Route 66 for people that could feed alligators and see snakes and other animals. And Hugh wanted it to educate people about plants and animal life. So it says they have an alligator ranch, a snake pit, a prairie dog village, and a replica of Noah's Ark. Hey, there's a picture of the replica of Noah's Ark. And then in the 1960s, looks like Hugh decided he wanted some fish and started to build a pond, and that's where we eventually built the whale. The whale is 80 feet long. And then in the 1970s and 80s was the glory years, apparently, of the Blue Whale and the Nature's Acres attraction. So people could swim and picnic, and they fished here. Says no one was ever seriously injured, and no one ever sued, and no one was ever bitten by a snake. That's good. And then here, Hugh passed he closed the Blue Whale in 1988, and then he passed in 1990, so 2 years later. And his wife passed in 2001. The city of Catoosa purchased the property in 2020 and turned it into a city park. Okay, so that's today. It's a Blue Whale Visitor Center. It just started to rain. That's surprising. I wondered why people were crowding up underneath the pavilion. And then inside there is just a small gift shop. Okay, here I am at the corner of the Outsiders Way and Curtis Brothers Lane for the Outsiders House. This is now a museum. This is the house used as the Curtis Brothers house in the Outsiders. So let's go ahead and go in and see what we got. And around back here is the house, museum, and the gift shop. Let's get in. So here we go. S.E. Hinton rules. That's what it says. I agree. Okay, here we are on the front porch. Getting ready to go inside. It's $10 to get in, $10 for entry. There's a gift shop in the back. It's really crowded in there. They have a lot of t-shirts and stickers and different things. So let's go on inside.
September. The last season was like September.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm really anxious to see what they,
Yeah.
how they officially worked it in.
Yeah.
Pretend you're watching Mickey Mouse.
Take this sideways too.
Gotcha. Do you need to?
Oh, you should.
You want a picture of that?
Oh my god, it does. The bottom.
A picture of that.
And in here is an extra from the movie who sells sells photos of himself, so I can't take photographs in there, but we'll get there in a second. Bathroom with
You want to do a pink photo? Yeah.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
It is.
Okay, here's a wall where a lot of people who visited have signed it. I mean, people from the movie who visited have signed it. Pony Boy's bedroom, the desk that he sat at. It's crazy. They tried to make this exactly like it was. They've added a few odds and ends things here, but they try to add in things that were here in the movie. Jerry Valance's sweater and skirt. These are all movie worn costumes. The hand-painted sign from the Dairy Queen. The 11th Street Cleaner sign that can be seen in the back of the shot when we walk by it. Poster for the new musical. It's great. If you haven't seen it, go see it. It's great. Here's some more costumes. These are from the musical, it looks like.
Very different.
So this is, we're seeing the alleyway where Pony Boys jumped. This auto repair shop was white in the movie, and then this alleyway was used as the alleyway in the movie where Ponyboy gets caught and jumped by the Socias. So now I'm going to head down to some other scenes. This is on the back side, actually, of this is the gift shop it's on the back side of the house. So looks like another house that they purchased that was behind the house. They were saying inside that the house had been gutted and not treated well, and the owner bought the house in 2016 just to save it. And none of the original furniture, the only thing was the original wood floors. Everything else was not in shape to even be livable. And so they gutted the whole thing, tried to find period linoleum that matched what was in the movie, wallpaper that was in the movie, that sort of thing. So they spent a lot of time and effort and money recreating as close to the movie as they could, since nothing original was left except the hardwood floors. And even then, during filming, they removed one of the walls. The wall on the other side here was removed so that they could get all their camera rigs and things like that. So that's the house. Now we're going to go through some other scenes. So this is where Ponyboy sits and talks with his brothers, just in the park. It's back here in this back corner of the park. Then down over here is where Dally was shot by the police. Running along this hillside, and the boys came running up to him, and the police shot him dead, which was right up at this corner down over here. So this corner of this street is where the scene with Dally was shot and killed. Okay, right here was where the Blue Mustang pulls up, and Johnny and Ponyboy see the Blue Mustang and the Socias come out. And then right over here was where the climbing, whatchamacallit, I don't even know what you would call it, the climbing thing that Johnny is sitting on and Pony is sitting on when the Socias come up and attack them. And then right here is where the fountain was. The fountain was a prop for the movie. Wasn't actually here. They built it for the movie, and they destroyed it after the movie. There's a small piece of it back at the house, but that's where the fountain was. And then right about here was where Johnny was saying, "I cut him. Bob's dead. Bob's dead. I cut him." And Pony was getting his head dipped, and had the whole critical scene of the movie. And it's on this end of the park. Empty lot here. This is where they filmed the Rumble. It was a vacant lot. It rained one of the days, and then I think they liked the rain so much they brought in rain machines and made it rain every other day, because it added to the effect of the Rumble scene. So, ooh, the bird's flying right at me. Whoa. So that's where the rumble scene was, and then right up the street here is where Johnny Cade's house was, but the house is no longer there. I mean, there is a house there, but the house that he lived in is no longer there. So it's where that kind of brownish colored house is. But they tore his house down, and that one was rebuilt after the movie. This is the movie house that Ponyboy stepped out of at the very beginning of the movie. I'm going to show you that, but this is a nice mural on the side. It's also part of Route 66, or near Route 66, which is why that. It's a very beautiful theater. It's called the Circle Theater now. Circle Cinema. This is the actual cinema. They're showing some sort of film festival currently. The Odyssey. Reading Lolita in Tehran. And the American Astronaut 25th Anniversary Tour. Beautiful marquee. As I stepped out of the movie theater, I think actually as I stepped out of the movie house, this is where he stepped out. And here we have the Admiral Twin Drive-In. This is the drive-in where they filmed a couple of the scenes. From my understanding, right now they're showing Moana and Toy Story 5. Maybe I'll come back tonight, who knows. But my understanding, it was this screen that they were looking at, so it would have been those concession stands over there that they were sitting in front of. That they, it's where Ponyboy met Cherry. Those concession stands. At the Admiral Twin Drive-In, and my understanding is it got run down a little bit, but then somebody bought it and refurbished it and renamed it the Admiral Twin, which is what it was named at the time. And then over here is the fence where they have the altercation with the Sochas. Down over here along this, from my understanding. Along this fence down here. This is where they were walking and they had the altercation. And Johnny sees the rings. Looks like they got the fence patched up so they couldn't climb in over there, but they could climb in here, I suppose. Here it is, the Admiral Twin Drive-In. Looks like somebody might be opening up today.